Your day about to start or just end?
I'm in the middle of mine.
All right, what you want? Breakfast, supper?
How come you ain't got a lunch menu?
Because there ain't no such thing as lunch in the patch.
Truer words, Ellie. Dinner.
All right. Now, can you drink beer in the middle?
I don't see why not. It's Friday for somebody.
All right, I'll bring you a pitcher.
Thanks.
Want to order a pitcher?
I already did. If Ultra's okay with you.
Oh, Michelob man, huh?
Yeah, well, 2 million team ropers can't be wrong.
We gotta get paid on this fire deal, Tommy. You burned up 8,000 acres. We're sitting on a $300,000 loss.
I didn't burn up anything. Fire burned it.
Started by a faulty switch on your pump jack.
And it's spread by 50-mile-an-hour wind. It's got Act of God written all over it. If it hadn't been for that wind, that thing don't spread past 50 meters.
Listen, MTEC's been a good partner. That's why we didn't join that class action. But we suffered real damages, and we need to be reimbursed.
Boys. We eating or just arguing?
Just arguing now, honey.
All right.
Listen, if we pay for surface damages, we're admitting fault.
You are at fault.
So are you. It started on your client's land. And they got a fire crew over there. They didn't stop it. They didn't even try.
We'll sign an NDA.
Because that's worth the paper it's printed on?
Listen, we will not let you drill another well until this is handled.
Okay, how about this? I pay you $300,000, but it's for a solar lease.
My client doesn't want solar on the ranch.
We don't sell solar panels. We're a fucking oil company. But I can justify payment on solar rights or wind.
What time period are you talking about?
Well, I don't give a shit. Make it 6 months. I just don't want to have to pay you damages.
I think I can make that fly.
I don't see why you couldn't. That's easier than selling pussy at a men's prison.
I found that offensive, sir.
To who? The pussy or the prisoners?
I find it difficult to do business with people who offend me.
Well, you see, we're not in business together. We lease your mineral rights, and in exchange for that, we pay you $2.5 million a year and maintain your roads and dig your stock tanks. So don't delude yourself into thinking you're a rancher. You're an oil man who spends the money we give you on cattle. If it hadn't been for us, your family would have lost that ranch in the 50s. So you just say thank you, take the $300,000 for the grass, and then I keep sending you $200,000 checks every month. But don't you dare pretend that I offend you. You smile and say, I'll take it.
Very good offer. I recommend you take it.
I'll take it, but I ain't smiling.
I guess not. It takes a check to make you do that, don't it?
I can't wait for the day when you and everyone like you leaves this place.
You might want to think that through. Because if I'm gone, that means the oil's gone. If the oil's gone, that means the money's gone. And that means you're gone.
We'll write it up. Get it to you next week.
Now we eating?
I guess I'm eating alone now. You gotta quit eating that shit. It's gonna kill you.
Says the 2-pack-a-day smoker.
You ever been to Japan? The whole country smokes. 90-year-old men sucking on filterless Pall Malls and doing an hour of Tai Chi in the park. Same thing in China, same thing in Italy, and they don't even exercise. All they do is drink wine, eat pasta, and fuck. You know what those 3 countries have in common? Lung cancer ain't even in the top 10 leading causes of death. So, it ain't cigarettes, it's sugar and shit like that that kills you. I'm telling you.
Morning, Daddy.
Oh, morning, baby.
Is she using daddy as a metaphor?
That's my daughter.
Now I know why you smoke so much.
Yeah.
Is my angel behaving?
Did you know they've been having sex?
I mean, I assumed. Look at this kid. If they ever break up, I might try to fuck them.
Well, today's your lucky day then.
Oh no, they broke up? Why?
Well, because he turned out to be exactly what we thought he was.
How's she taking it?
Like a 17-year-old who hasn't heard no since she was 8.
poor thing.
So listen, there was an accident out today on one of the rigs, and Cooper got hurt.
How hurt?
Well, we're at the ER now. They're checking him out.
Let me talk to him.
I can't, sweetie. He's in another room.
Why are you with him? Always gotta make it about you.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing, making it about me.
Where's Ainsley?
At the house.
With a bunch of petroleum engineers so hopped up on Cialis they get a hard-on when their phone vibrates.
Listen, as soon as I hear more about Cooper, I'll call you back, okay?
Tommy, I am not done with you.
You know one of the great joys of being divorced is I don't have to listen to this shit. Enjoy the beach, your tits look great, don't get syphilis.
That's always sound advice.
Yeah, words to live by. Let me save you the trouble.
Just making sure the same thing didn't happen to your spleen. No other pain?
Just where I hit my hand with a fucking hammer.
Let me see that. I'm gonna call in a hand specialist. Reattaching this is...
It's just a tiny piece of a pinky. I ain't dicking around with 12 surgeries for a fucking year. Just cut it off and sew up the fucking top.
I would strongly advise you against that.
Well, either you do it or I'll do it.
I'm not a surgeon. Let me bring in the surgeon and we can discuss. Okay.
Well, just so happens there's a surgeon right here.
Well, hold on. Oh, that's nice.
There she is. There you go. Watch your leg. There you go. Job done. Now, you care to stitch it? Did you just get out of school? Hey, what are the chances that, like, it just scabs over and in a month as good as new? What do you think?
The odds are astronomically against that. What's more likely is you get a staph infection, and in a month we're amputating your arm. I'll have a nurse prepare to suture.
I appreciate that. You know what room my son's in, Cooper Norris?
ER 5.
I'm gonna go see him.
I think it's best if you just
Just
sit
come
tight.
get me when you're ready.
At least cover it.
All right. Boy, you sure ain't no fucking hurry, are you?
Sticking with beer, you want something stronger?
I quit drinking, I'll stick with beer.
You know there's alcohol in that, right?
It's a Michelob Ultra. There's more alcohol in orange juice.
I ain't judging, buddy. I mean, I've been on the wagon 8 years. I'm just saying, drinking beer, still drinking.
Well, I tell you what, bud. You watch me drink 6 of these sons of bitches, and I'll come back in here tomorrow night and drink 6 whiskeys, and you tell me if you notice a fucking difference.
I'll take your word for it. Michelob Ultra.
It would seem to me a plane would be difficult to steal.
Not if you know how to fly one. It's not like they got automatic door locks and a set of keys. Pretty hard to hide, though, unless you hide it in Mexico.
How common are thefts like these? Planes and trucks, heavy equipment.
Well, I don't know if I'd call it a theft.
No? What do they call it in West Texas when someone takes something that doesn't belong to them?
Things go missing for a month or so, and then they find their way back.
Find their way back.
Yeah, the thieves return them.
That makes no sense.
They steal them to move drugs in, and then they return them. And if I report it, a state trooper pulls them over, and then they have my truck till the trial's over, which is 2 years from when they found it. Or I can keep my mouth shut and get my truck back in 3 weeks. Or report it and hope for a speedy trial. Or never get it back. And then I gotta buy a new fucking truck, and it gets stolen.
So you expect me to believe that Chevron and Exxon allow their equipment to be stolen?
Cartels don't mess with those fucking big guys. They only mess with the independents.
Smart.
Yeah, they're crafty fuckers, all right.
You reported the plane, though?
Yeah, to the FAA, in case some terrorist flew it into a bank building or something.
Wild West.
You bet your ass.
What are those?
Wind turbines.
Out here.
Everywhere.
Green energy starting to push out the oil industry?
Let's go. I'm gonna show you something.
God, they're massive.
400 feet tall. They concrete foundation covers a third of an acre and goes down in the ground 12 feet.
Who owns them?
Oil companies. We use them to power the wells. No electricity out here. We're off the grid.
They use clean energy to power the oil wells?
They use alternative energy. There's nothing clean about this.
Please, Mr. Oilman, tell me how the wind is bad for the environment.
You have any idea how much diesel they have to burn to mix that much concrete? Or make that steel and haul this shit out here and put it together with a 450-foot crane? You want to guess how much oil it takes to lubricate that fucking thing? Or winterize it? And its 20-year lifespan, it won't offset the carbon footprint of making it. And don't get me started on solar panels and the lithium in your Tesla battery. And never mind the fact that if the whole world decided to go electric tomorrow, we don't have the transmission lines to get the electricity to the cities. It'd take 30 years if we started tomorrow. And unfortunately for your grandkids, we have a 120-year petroleum-based infrastructure. Our whole lives depend on it. And hell, it's in everything. That road we came in on, the wheels on every car ever made, including yours, it's in tennis rackets and lipstick and refrigerators and antihistamines, pretty much anything plastic. Your cell phone case, artificial heart valves, any kind of clothing that's not made with animal or plant fibers, soap, fucking hand lotion, garbage bags, fishing boats, you name it. Every fucking thing. And you know what the kicker is? We're gonna run out of it before we find its replacement.
It's the thing that's gonna kill us all. As a species.
No, the thing that's gonna kill us all is running out before we find an alternative. And believe me, if Exxon thought them fucking things right there were the future, they'd be putting them all over the goddamn place. Getting oil out of the ground is the most dangerous job in the world. We don't do it because we like it. We do it because we run out of options. And you're out here trying to find something to blame for the danger besides your boss. There ain't nobody to blame but the demand that we keep pumping it.
Is that what I think it is?
It depends on what you think it is.
I think it's a felony.
It's what you think it is. Hey, Dan, how's the wife? Is she still going through her chemo? Piece of shit. Would y'all quit policing the wildlife around here?
What the fuck? What did I do to you?
Don't come over here. If you're gonna sell your ass, do it over there.
I have an open tab.
I don't give a shit.
Hey, can you just go back to your seat over there, ma'am? Appreciate you.
Fucking asshole.
And there's nothing I can do, all right? She put down a credit card on her tab as long as she keeps buying drinks. I can't kick her out.
Did you bother to check her ID?
Jeez, why didn't I think of that? Yeah, check the fucking ID.
This fucking bartender. You're telling me she's 21?
What I'm telling you is that her ID says she's 21. Just like most of your crew have valid social security numbers.
Touche.
But do you want another?
Yeah, I might as well.
Girl's right. You're an asshole. Maybe she doesn't have any other choice.
Are you shitting me? Look around this place. You see all these waitresses working their asses off for a third of what she makes? No, she had a choice, and she chose a shortcut, which is always the longest road.
Boomtowns.
Hell, it ain't any different than Tombstone or Dodge City or San Francisco. First comes the dreamers, then the bankers, then the salesmen, then the sharks, then the desperate, and then the thieves.
What happens in a bust?
Well, you want oil to live above 60 but below 90. And don't get me wrong, we're still printing money at 90, but gas gets up over $3.50 a gallon, it starts to pinch. It hits 100, every product in America has to readjust its price. $78 a barrel, that's about perfect. You know, it brings enough profit to keep exploring, but it don't sting as much at the pump. Unless, of course, you're in California. I mean, they tax the shit out of it out there. It could be $45 a barrel, and it's still $4 a pump. I don't know how those son of bitches do it out there. 2020, a barrel of oil was worthless. And this place became a ghost town. And nobody's immune. Kids have to quit college. Trucks get sold or repoed. Houses too. People quit going to the doctor because they lost their insurance. Yeah, bust affects everything in a town like this. Even the lifespan of the population. The smart ones, they pay cash for everything and then sock away enough to ride out the troughs, but there ain't that many smart ones.
This is how you have the celebration drink?
Well, shit, you asked. But that ain't a crew. Boss, you got anything with you?
Oh, she stays on me.
Listen, get pictures of the license plates and don't get caught doing it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I've been looking all over for you.
Yeah? Well, all you have to do is call a number on the lease, Jimmy.
You don't know me to call me my first name. You call me fucking sir if you call me anything. You know, we got a real fucking problem.
Yeah?
Yeah. You owe me a lot of money.
How's that?
All my product burned up on the side of my road.
Let me explain something to you, all right? Number one, it's our fucking road. It's part of the lease, and we have deeded access to it. It's not your road till the lease expires, all right? Number two, nowhere in this fucking lease does it say that you can land a fucking plane on it. And nowhere in this lease does it say that you can use a plane of ours to truck your shit into the country. Because of you, I've got lawyers up my ass so far they can see out of my mouth. Not to mention the sheriff and the FAA and the NTSB. You just put a giant fucking bullseye on this place.
You owe me a lot of money. You know how much that shit was worth?
Do you know how much this shit's worth? You're the one with the problem, bud. I'm not the one with the problem. See, the DEA has a satellite above this fucking field now, just waiting to see what kind of stupid shit you pull next. And then you coming out here trying to shake me down has zero effect on the multi-billion-dollar, multinational corporations that own and run this shit. They don't care.
See, this is why we don't want you here. You know, I got a boss too, and he lost millions on my road. He wants it back. Maybe some of these wells stop working. Maybe some of them start blowing the fuck up. Bet they'll care then, huh?
Oh, yeah, they will. They'll care so much that the 1st Cavalry Division of the United States fucking Army will come out here and start playing war games inside a month. You don't know who you're fucking with, Jimmy. So why don't you just take your licks like a fucking man and quit stealing planes and landing them on fucking active fucking roadways, all right? Matter of fact, I got a good idea. How's this? How about you buy your own fucking plane, build your own fucking runway? How about that?
Yeah, well, because then you can trace the plane back to me and you know where it lands. You stick to drilling wells. You don't know anything about my business. But you're about to learn.
Has a satellite on our field?
Hell no, Dale, I made that shit up.
That's the problem. That's a real fucking problem, Tommy. I don't need my guys coming out here getting shot up by no fucking cartel in a goddamn desert.
I'll figure something out.
Oh, you better. because none of us stepping foot on this field until you do. God damn it.
Dale, did you get it?
Film the whole fucking thing.
Excellent.
You want something?
Don't leave home without it.
You might not even get to use it.
You should just cut that fucking thing off.
Ain't your hand that got smashed.
You got a bitch coming over?
Not till I get paid.
Fuck. It's the boss.
Don't answer. Make like we're asleep.
I can fucking hear you.
What's up?
This seem familiar, motherfucker?
Hey, man.
You get on your fucking phone and call your friends. You know, the ones that you called that put my fucking son in the hospital. No? He don't want to call his friends, boss.
Me and my boys will take him in the back.
Yo, Cat, appreciate that.
Come on. Nobody said get up, Manny.
Have a seat, Manuel. Here's how this is gonna go. Needless to say, you're fired. By noon tomorrow, you'll be on a no-hire list for every fucking oil company in the Permian Basin. Sheriff's gonna be here in about 5 minutes, and he's gonna toss this fucking place. And I'm just guessing he'll add felon in possession of a firearm, possession of a controlled substance, and maybe possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. And any goddamn one of those violates your parole. And then you add on top of that shit, aggravated assault charge and kidnapping, because when you shut the door on him, that's kidnapping. I ain't a goddamn mathematician, but that's like 30 years. That's what I do to people who hurt my family. You fucked with the wrong hillbilly. I'm gonna take 30 years of your life away from you. And if you ever come back to this place, I'm gonna take the rest of it. Have you met the sheriff?
Stand up and turn around. No.
They're having a confession in the back room.
Tommy,
Do you have anything to say?
he gave up the names. He even wrote them down for you.
The big man said you don't drill till we're paid back.
You think your boss is the big man? You don't have any fucking idea who the big man is, but you're getting close to meeting him.
Hey, Flacco with the big fucking mouth. I know a good way to shut it.
Yeah?
What's up, motherfuckers? Huh?
I'm just gonna guess you don't do a lot of math. See how well that went?
Well, you know half these sons of bitches sell drugs for them, right?
Take it one day at a time, Dale. One day at a time.
All right, y'all put that shit away and get back to work. This rig ain't gonna build itself.
Coward. You see what that old boy did? He walked to the back of the fucking truck. You need to give me some real help out here, Tommy. Some real fucking help.
Yes, I'm working on it, all right?
God damn.
In case you haven't figured it out, you're grounded.
What? You can't do that, Daddy. The age of consent in Texas is 17, so grounding me violates my constitutional rights.
Listen, fathers and daughters need to live by a code. So you tell me you're a virgin until the day you die. And if you ever have kids, tell me you're artificially inseminated. And if you can do that for me, I'll pay for college, your little BMW and the apartment and all that shit. But please give me the illusion.
So you want me to lie?
With your whole heart.
Well, you should have said that from the beginning.
Oh, by the way, your mom has a GPS tracker on your phone.
Oh, no. I should have moved around more. But Daddy, he's so fucking hot.
No. That's the truth.
He was reading Bible stories and I just got lost in them.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Good girl.
I love you, Daddy.
Yeah, it's all we passed. Shit, you can't even see the end of it from here. Most of the oil and gas production's over here on the south side of the road. So over here, bombs away.
What we typically do is bring out old cars, set them up and use them. This area's good for small arms training, but I wouldn't want to drop ordnance over here. How often are tankers emptying those holding tanks?
Every day?
Yeah, I don't know how much use we can get out of this.
Well, don't y'all march around and go on long hikes and shit like that? You can't do that here?
We could PT out here for sure. This place is great for infill, exfil drills.
You're just looking for a presence to serve as deterrence to all the drug activity out here. Is that the deal?
That's the deal.
We can do that.
Okay.
We can use this area for night ambushes, some CQB work. You mind if we build some semi-permanent structures over here?
Shit, you can build whatever you want. You can put in a fucking Starbucks as far as I'm concerned.
You know, 35th is down here. They can get some use out of this.
What's 35th?
Assault helicopter unit out of Kansas.
Now that's what I'm talking about, right there.
We can have them running surveillance flights this afternoon.
Fucking outstanding, sir.
I got it, Daddy.
The hell are you going in that?
Bible study. Remember?
Evening, sir.
Evening.
Hi.
Where y'all headed tonight?
Bible study, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. What's the subject of tonight's Bible study?
The virtues of abstinence, abstinent, sir.
Okay. You know what that word means?
I do not, sir.
Well, first off, it's not a word the way you said it. It's abstinence. And what it means is, don't fuck my daughter. But I'm not telling you that. That's a direct command from God. God is telling you, don't fuck my daughter. Understood?
Yes, sir.
I need to get by. All right, let me have it.
Oh, I plan to. Your son lives with one of the victim's wife. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did.
Didn't think that's information worth sharing?
It's a new development.
Oh, yeah, I'm aware. Because she had a fucking husband 3 weeks ago. What are the odds that on his first day, he just happens to be assigned by you to that workover crew, and on that first day, a pump jack, not a drilling rig, not a workover rig, but a pump jack explodes and kills the husband of the woman he now lives with.
Hang on a second. What are you trying to say?
I'm not done. It turns out that this worm is 2 months from a petroleum engineering degree with a minor in geology. Couple this with the fact that pump jacks are so stable a means of extracting oil, they go unmonitored for years. Years. There are pump jacks installed in the 1930s that are still in use. In fact, pump jacks are so reliable, it would likely take a petroleum engineer to get one to blow. And one happened to be there. What are the odds? What are the odds he is the only witness to survive? And what are the odds he would know to counter on a settlement agreement? It was presented as a payout, not an offer. And just like that, his little girlfriend is a millionaire.
Wait a minute. 400,000 is a fucking insult to this family, and we never go in that low.
My job is to limit liability loss.
Do you know how this company saves money? We buy pipe in bulk when demand is low. We buy leases when everybody's selling. We get our trucks below holdback because I go in and drop 10 grand at Rick's Cabaret on the sales manager. We don't save money from bereavement payments to widows of our fucking friends of ours,
now
okay?
They're friends. Oh.
Yeah, they're friends. I went to the girl's wedding, okay? I see your little plan.
As I was saying, my job is to limit liability loss. Everything you touch has liability.
Yeah, well. Welcome to the oil business. And let me tell you something. That explosion was an accident, and you fucking know it. And if you come after my son to heal your little bruised ego, next time it won't be, all right?
That a threat?
Yeah, it's a fucking threat.
There were people out there.
Out where?
Where you said it was safe to train.
No, I said there's no oil production on the north side of the road. I didn't say there weren't any people out there. And the people who are there are the reason you're there, to run them off.
We have an incident.
Okay.
Vehicle was struck with a mortar round. The driver was killed.
Okay, describe the vehicle.
Navy cargo van.
You have men on the ground now?
I have a helicopter piloting.
Okay. Well, tell your helicopter pilot to get back in his helicopter and fly away. Smugglers use cargo vans to offload from semis. They'll come back out there and clean up their own mess, trust me.
Do you have any idea how many felonies that creates?
Are you shitting me? How about the felony you've already created? Voluntary manslaughter. And they'll hang that one on you, big boy, because you ordered the training.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that.
Well, you may want to think about that. Think about the court-martial, and think about the additional prosecution from the state. Think about your career. Think about your fucking wife. Think about your kids and your new boyfriend in prison. I'll make a call. The mess will be cleaned.
Okay.
All right. I have two choices. I can call the sheriff and report it, or give you a chance to go back out there and get what's yours and clean up the rest of that mess. And I won't report it.
No, I'll clean up the mess. But I think I'll clean you up. See how smooth the world runs without you in it.
No one else makes this call. They call the sheriff, and then you get to tell your boss that you lost another load. That place is so thick with DPS and DEA, your distribution days are over, bud. You know, it used to be we stayed out of each other's way. You did what you did, I did what I did. We got to get back to that somehow. It's the only way we can make any money.
Maybe. How long are they staying?
Until you stop giving them reasons to stay.
We should meet.
Yeah, I think so.
When you come back from Fort Worth, then, seems you're a jefe. Might not be a jefe much longer. Like I said, I have an army too, and eyes everywhere. Call me when you come home, Tommy. Or maybe I just come find you.
Oh, honey, we don't have any plates. You want me to go get some?
You don't use plates with paella. Everyone has a wooden spoon. You just scoop it from the pan.
Oh, I can't reach the pan.
Well, you can reach it if you stand up.
I don't want to eat standing up.
Well, then just sit down after you scooped it.
So every time I want to scoop of that shit, I got to stand up?
That's the tradition.
That's the tradition in Spain, honey. We're in Midland, Texas. In Midland, Texas, folks sit down when they eat.
You don't stand up to eat it. You stand up to get it.
I don't want to stand up at all, okay? I want a fucking plate and I want to scoop some shit on it and fucking eat it like a normal human being.
It's like exercising while you eat, bud.
I try to introduce our family to a little culture, and this is the things that I get.
He doesn't get it. He's never been to Spain.
You were supposed to call me.
It's been one of those days.
I know those days. You've given me a few. There's something I want to show you.
All right, I'll follow you.
How about you ride with me?
How about I follow you? Quite the view out here. You bring me to the nicest places.
You think oil companies are so strong that you can do anything, anywhere? I looked it up. We make more money than you. Than all of you. You sell your product for $3 a gallon. A gallon of our product sells for thousands. And we can't make enough. You have an army. We have an army. You blow things up. We do too.
Tank has a sensor that triggers an alarm. One goes to the fire department, one goes to headquarters. Helicopters will get here first, and when they put it out, which will take about a day, fucking Railroad Commission and OSHA are being crawling over this fucking place like fucking ants. And since they're explosives experts, they'll know exactly what this is. And you know who's gonna climb over this site next? Congratulations, dude. You just shut yourself down. Did you run this by the boss? Yeah, I didn't think so.
este lado del río, I'm the fucking boss.
You're trying to send a message. Message received. Will you see what we do with it?
That's not the message. That's the warning. You're the message.
They kill coyotes around here.